Hi YouTube friends, so today I'll be doing a trash to treasure video, always one of my favorites. I can't wait. First off here I have a drawer, an old drawer that I was going to pitch, and I thought I'm going to see what I can do with it. You know, there's all these ideas on Pinterest on what all you can do with a drawer, but I think for this one I'm going to try to make a cat bed out of it. I have, you know, Twinkle, the male, our cat, and then Pebbles, and they always have these weird little nests throughout our home here that I make for them because I really don't want them on my furniture, and then it looks kind of odd with a blanket on an end table or whatever. So if I could train them to climb into a pretty bed that actually kind of fits in with our home here, that would be great. So we'll see what happens with that. And here I have this old door that I got from Walnut Creek Furniture. They were going to pitch it, and they always know that I'm looking for things like this, so once in a while I get a message from them telling me I can come up and kind of go through some of their things and pick some things out. So I definitely rescued 2 of these doors here, and I have plans to turn it into a sign. And this find here is not necessarily trash. I had actually bought it at a thrift store, and it's, you know, cute the way it is, but it really does not fit my style. I mean, I almost feel bad because I'm going to paint over this, you know, pretty hand-painted design here, but that's what I'll end up doing with it. I'm not quite sure what I'll use it for. Maybe I'll sell it. A lot of the things I redo, I end up selling. So last, I have this pop bottle, and I saw an idea on Pinterest that I'm going to try to do with it. Probably add some of my own little ideas with it, but it looked pretty simple. I'll give it a shot, see what happens. I want to talk a little bit about the shirt that I'm wearing here. Finally, I got my White Cottage Company t-shirts, and I am so impressed with them. I got them from Teespring. They are available on my store, and I made sure I have every color possible available, and I have them in, you know, black ink or white ink like this one is. The one I'm wearing here is the Tri-Blend fabric. It's a little more pricey, but it's just so nice and soft. I always like the feel of these shirts, but there's others available that are much cheaper, like just your basic t-shirts. Those work too, and there's more colors available from those. I also have some hoodies. Just go on over to my Teespring store and check it out. I even have some mugs if you're interested in anything like that. But I am really impressed. I use this cute little house design and then just the simple font for the White Cottage Company. So you will probably see me wear these shirts a lot in my videos. So let's get started on these projects, and I'll take you with me as I go, and enjoy. So this paint is some that I had gotten for some cabinets, and I ended up not using it. So I have just been using it for furniture. It's a beautiful color, kind of a light green, sea greenish, bluish color. And I thought it would be a nice color for a sign. I am using my 2-inch slanted bristle brush to apply it. And I did want to mention the decals on the sign will also be available on my shop, but they will not look exactly like the way I'm doing them here. The F. Scott Fitzgerald name will be over on the Breathing Dreams Like Air part. That will be one sign, and then the bicycle will be a whole separate decal. The last thing I'll be doing with this sign is distressing it. I'll be using a Sharpie paint marker to do it. Any black marker should probably work, but I always go for these paint markers. So for this drawer, I will just be using my go-to paint, Do It Best brand paint, Satin Sheen, and the color is the Ultra White. It is not tinted, it's just what comes in the cans when you buy them. So I have these 4 little legs that I'm not even sure where I got them, but I found them in my drawer downstairs, and I think this would be really cute to add to the bottom of the drawer just to bring it up off the floor a bit. And I had debated to paint them, but I think I'm just going to keep them the natural wood color they are now. I can always paint them later if I don't like it. Is attach these little legs to the bottom of this drawer here. My paint's still just a little bit wet, but I'm going to go ahead and try to attach it anyway. I'm kind of impatient, want to get this done, so what I'll be doing is drilling holes into these little legs and then into the drawer bottom, and then fastening them with screws. So what I'm doing here is just applying a little bit of this spackling or compound in the center of the leg here, and then just kind of using it as a stamp. That way I can mark where my hole needs to be. I'm sure there's probably other ways of doing this, but this is what I have on hand right now, and it works. So what I want to do here is make a cover for this pillow for the cat bed, and I have this super soft fabric that I picked up at an outlet store here in our area that I am planning on using as a cover, and hopefully the cats will love it. So for this piece, I will once again be using my go-to paint, Do It Best brand, Best Look paint, satin sheen, and the color is ultra white. So my plan here is to use this as a wooden planter. I would probably line it with plastic to protect it, but I think it would look so cute with a few plants potted in here, and maybe add a decal on the front. And then for the lid, I'm going to go ahead and paint it and maybe just make a little sign or something out of it so I, put it to use. I happen to have a jumbo-sized plastic Ziploc bag here on hand. I think I had used them one year for Christmas cookies, and I thought it would make a perfect liner for the box. Nothing smells better to me than the smell of damp potting soil. So for this pop bottle, I'm going to start out by cutting it maybe in half, and then I may have to trim off the edges to get it even. I am going to use Norwex cleaning paste to get the expiration date off of this bottle, and then maybe work on the glue that held the label. So I managed to get most of the glue off with just using a knife to kind of scrape it, and then the Norwex cleaning paste, but there's definitely still some there, and I kind of scratched it up, but I can always turn that to the back. So I'm going to go ahead and mist these plants with water before I cover them. And I think this cover will just provide a nice kind of a greenhouse feel for these plants. I printed out labels that I designed several years ago that I thought would look kind of neat tied to the top of this bottle here. The labels are pretty special to me because I was able to use old checks that my great-grandfather had written out. They actually still have a stamp on them from 1916, and his signature, which his name was Christ, is still on some of the backgrounds here, but they looked so nice and vintagey to use. And again, if you're looking for something like this, kind of a vintage flower look, make sure to check them out on my Etsy shop. Okay guys, so here goes. We'll see how Pebbles likes the new nest. Not getting my hopes up though. Okay guys, I gotta say that is the cutest thing ever. So let's try the other guy here with the new bed. He actually barely fits in, guys. He's so big. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed working on these projects. I had such a fun day. My favorite things to do are what I was doing today, is just taking old pieces of, you know, potential junk or just stuck away, kind of neglected things, and bringing them out and giving them a new life. It's so much fun. And again, if you're at all interested and you like the shirt that I'm wearing, make sure to check it out. Underneath my video here, there should be a Teespring storefront. You can click on that and head on over to my Teespring store. where you can shop if you need any nice t-shirts. And then of course, make sure to check out the many decals that I featured in this video on my Etsy shop if you are at all looking for a new sign for your home. And I will also link that down below in the description box. And I have one more exciting announcement to make. I have some new candle scents coming up here for the spring season. I've had so much fun to work with my friend from local here. She pours all the candles and she does an amazing job. These candles are all natural soy wax and they are hand poured with natural scents and they smell amazing. I'm usually not one to, I can't handle strong scents, but all of these candles I just love. They're kind of soft smelling and they're not the headachy kind that you smell sometimes that are just way too strong. So the peach nectar and the lemon verbena are back. A lot of you guys have been asking about those. They're back in stock. I'm so excited about it. I love those two scents. And then there's two new ones that I'm really excited about too. One is a rosemary sage and the other is a eucalyptus lavender blend, and they both smell amazing. Now, many of you might know last summer I had done an outdoor candle that was also eucalyptus lavender, and I just want to mention this scent is a lot softer than that one was. That one was meant for, the outdoors, so it was definitely kind of strong to maybe burn inside. So those are the two new scents, and then I also have a new listing that I'm going to start to have. I had picked up some pretty teacups at a thrift store last fall. I don't know, maybe you guys remember. They had the cutest little design on them with little herbs, and I thought how fitting it would be to actually turn them into candles. So I have 12 of these cups and I plan to sell them all. So they are available on my Etsy shop, probably just for a limited time. So if you're at all interested, make sure to head on over and check those out. I'm sure they probably won't last long. They will all have the rosemary sage wax in them, and they will just make a great little spring decoration for your home. And as always, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all of the kind comments you guys leave and the likes, and I just, that does not go unnoticed to me. I always feel so unworthy. So thank you so much for that, and I look forward to seeing you in next week's video. Bye.